It's the start of a new season, guys. Can this season be the season that we are better than Arteta? Welcome back to our Rebuilding Arsenal save, guys, where we attempt to be better than Arteta at Arsenal. We are now in our second season. We have so far played 2 games. We had a match on the opening day against Brighton, which we won 1-0 through a penalty in the 88th minute from Isco, and we've just beaten the Man City on the Wednesday 1-0, Tammy Abraham getting his first goal for the club. Since you were last with me as well, we've had one more transfer come through, which is for this guy here, Youssef Demir. He is an Austrian right winger coming over from Rapid Vienna. He was originally a Barcelona prospect, potentially. No, he was on loan to Barcelona. So Rapid Vienna in Austria, not playing him but loaning him to Barcelona, which is a bit of a strange one. Either way, he can play on the right wing, in the centre and on the left wing. I'm intending to play him as an inverted right winger. He is still quite young, but we got him for a very good 7.5 million price, and I do feel like he could end up being a good player. He's starting the match against Leicester just to have a bit of a look at him and see what he is like. This is our lineup for the match against Leicester then. So we've got Livakovic in goal, a back four of Tavares, Gabriel, White and Tomiyasu, Ward-Prowse and Neves in our new look centre midfield, Smith-Rowe on the left, Odegaard in the middle, Youssef Demir out on the right and Tammy Abraham up front. We have still got a few injuries going on. Coates has just got injured and out for a couple of days. Tariq Lamptey injured in the match against Man City, as was Kieran Tierney. Vecino still injured. Saka's not fully fit. So all of these players that could be in, but just at the moment aren't fully fit. I am tempted for this as well, actually. Bring Reiss Nelson in rather than Hudson-Odoi, just to have a look at him. This is very much a bench for me to have a bit of a look at players if I get the opportunity. As it stands, Leicester are in first place and we are in second. Ben White and Youssef Demir are lacking in match sharpness. Interesting. It does look like Saliba is going to be fitter than Ben White. Maybe Demir needs to come off. Demir not being fully fit, so we're going to put Alvarez over there instead. He played over on that side quite well last season, and we'll put Demir in on the subs bench rather than Reiss Nelson. Ben White not quite fully fit, but I'm not too worried about that yet. I think he can at least see out a decent portion of the match before I need to worry about him. I hope anyway. And we continue on and see if we can continue our good form. The first 2 matches of the season, the main thing I have noticed is our complete inability to keep hold of possession. So we gave up possession to Man City quite heavily, which you'd expect. I had to drop to a cautious mentality in order to rectify that. But the match against Brighton, they had something like 68% of possession over the match, which is just not good enough. We look like we're starting quite well here, though. There's Odegaard going through everybody. We do have a Leicester player that finally manages to get a tackle in. We're going to see a corner. Let's see if the cheat code Ward-Prowse can put one in. It does go in. It comes back out to Ward-Prowse, whose crossing is 20, I think I mentioned before as well. So you'd hope you'd ping a cross back in there. Ward-Prowse again. Can't do anything with it, but equally Leicester don't seem to be able to get rid of it, which is quite annoying. This is the highlight from the Odegaard chance. Going past one player, going past the second, shunning off 2 tackles there before finally attempting a shot at goal for Leicester to come back and make a tackle. It's unfortunate, but it's a good start. We've got 65% possession against Leicester, so maybe they're playing more cautiously than we were against Man City. Who knows? This is the fight of the top 2 at the moment, though, so it's quite a nice game for you guys to see. We do always seem to end up managing to see on this YouTube channel matches against Leicester. It just seems to be how they fall. That's where the important matches are. But it's always good when it's top of the league. Oh, Gabriel. Tammy Abraham there just nodding it on to Gabriel. Just couldn't finish and put that in the back of the net. We are looking quite good at the start of this match though. Gabriel is having a good game. Tavares is having a decent game as well. We've got another corner here. Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse into Ben White. Ben White nodding it in for his first goal on his first start of the season because he hasn't actually started a match yet. I do tend to go with Gabriel and Coates, but as I mentioned, Coates is injured. It's a good corner in from Ward-Prowse, and we will take that all day long. It's a decent start to the match. That does put us top with 9 points from 3 games currently. Obviously, Leicester are other main rivals at the top after 2 games. They have got a free kick here. That's got to be offside, ref. He must have run offside there, surely. Defenders are appealing it. It's going to go to VAR. We'll have a look and see what the virtual assistant referee does say, and it has been awarded, so we've been pinned back fairly instantly, and that was far too easy for Leicester there. So we've got to go straight back onto it. Let's encourage the team. Odegaard, Tomiyasu over to Ward-Prowse in midfield, back to Ben White. Ben White out to Tomiyasu. Ben White again, over to Tomiyasu. Let's get it forward a bit, guys. Alvarez picking it up on the right side of the field. Couldn't do anything with it though, and he's just passed it straight back to a Leicester player who are now going to try and build from the back, and they get a little bit worried in these situations about a counter-attack. We are pressing a lot better there, and as I say that, we win back the ball. We lose the ball again. I can't keep up with the commentary because neither team actually managed to keep hold of the ball for more than 4.5 seconds. Alvarez running out on the right, pings it into Abraham. Abraham can't apply the finish though. The highlight is still going on. Smith Rowe to Alvarez. Alvarez back to Ruben Neves in midfield. Ward-Prowse out to Alvarez. We're in the box now at least. Back out to Ruben Neves. Plays it all the way back to White in the centre of midfield. Ward-Prowse takes a shot and it is gone wide. They have only had 1 shot so far. Unfortunately, their 1 shot is ended in a goal, and of our 9 shots, only 1 of them has ended in a goal. Not exactly what we want from the team at the moment. We definitely need, much like I said at the end of last season, to be killing off games a little bit quicker. We are going to try and work it into the box because most of our shots have been off target. We've got 4 on target of the 13 we've tried, and that's not a very good conversion ratio if you're keeping track at home. We've been the better team, I will give them that. I don't know what happened to the background there. We're trying to encourage the team a little bit, tell them they have the ability to make a difference. They definitely all do. It's just whether or not they can go out and do it. Can we see a goal from Arsenal in the second half here? As I've said, we are way ahead on shots here. Leicester aren't really getting a look in, but equally that doesn't make a lot of difference unless you actually put the ball in the back of the net. I am noticing as well Smith Rowe not having a fantastic game here. Done a 6.4. Smith Rowe is going to be the first one that comes off. Now it's just a question of who do I want to bring on for him. I'm going to bring on Adam Holzek, who, when we have brought him on at the end of last season, made some very, very good contributions. That's a weird start to a highlight. Ward-Prowse here over to Tomiyasu out on the right. Tomiyasu into the box. Alvarez can't finish it. Odegaard can't finish it either. And Leicester managed to get it clear. 2 shots that realistically there should have been a goal. Odegaard's looking pretty tired as well, so we'll bring on Isco here. Do we want to leave him as an advanced playmaker? I think we do. We're leaving him as an advanced playmaker on attack. It does mean we've got 1 more substitution to make. 19 shots, so guys, come on. Somebody needs to put the ball in the back of the net here. Ruben Neves is looking tired and has just got a yellow card as well, but I don't really have anyone to bring on for him. Alvarez, how is Alvarez doing in this match? 6.8. Let's bring on the boy Youssef Demir for his debut. See if he can come on and be the saviour that Arsenal needs in this match against Leicester. Tjelsman, well, we definitely need a saviour now because that is 2-1 to Leicester, and with that I'm going to demand more and go attacking because we should have killed this game off ages ago. 1.63 on XG, 19 shots. Why are we not putting this more consistently in the back of the net? No reason to not be doing it here, really. I'm telling you, I've said this before. I swear my team are camera shy. Ward-Prowse there, that's a poor cross in, really. And Leicester are going to launch a counter-attack here. Somebody needs to put their foot into Ricardo. He's run the entire length of the field. No one's put a tackle in. And now Leicester are just going to be able to play with the ball outside the box. They can do what they want here. I mean, they could just keep hold of the ball outside of our box and run the clock down a bit. They can play it pretty safe. It's out to Barnes. It's... Jesus, that is about as close to a goal as you can get without it going in. 20 shots for us so far, though. Only 4 on target. 6 on target, sorry. And only 1 goal coming of that. It's just not really good enough. And I don't want the start of this season to be the same as last season, where we go games and games and games and games before we actually find some form. Yusuf Demir here. Managed to get in the box and put a cross in. It's back out to Demir again. Isco, Demir, Isco. Isco's gone down. We are going to go over to VAR. Is this going to be a very, very late penalty for Isco? It is a penalty awarded. I think Isco will be the one to take it as well. No, it isn't. It's Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves stepping up, can make this his first goal for the club. He does slot it in. The keeper got very, very close to that, though. It was very, very well placed, that penalty. But the keeper got way too close for it, for my liking. And as it turns out, probably a good thing we didn't bring Ruben Neves off. Isco is normally our penalty taker, but of course I hadn't had Ruben Neves last season, so I completely forgot that he's quite good at taking a penalty. We are going to finish with a 2-2 draw against Leicester here, though, which does mean that we maintain our unbeaten run. We have now got 7 points from 3 matches, which does keep us in the top 4. Our next match, though, is against Leeds, which you would think would be an easier test. Let's go see how that pans out. So this is our lineup for our match against Leeds. We've got Livakovic in goal. Tierney makes his return on the left of a back 4. Gabriel, Coates and Lamperty over on the right. A midfield of Ward-Prowse and Neves. Jesus! Corona out on the left. Odegaard, Saka and Abraham. We are trying to quite heavily rotate when we can as well. Jesus, Corona is not fully fit. In that case, if he's not fully fit, let's bring on Adam Holzek instead, because I can't be dealing with non-fit players at the moment. It just results in too many injuries like last season. As always, guys, if you are enjoying the episode, please do drop a like down below. It really, really does help out with the YouTube algorithm and helps other people get some eyes on the channel. If you want to subscribe as well and hit the notification bell, you'll be told every time we upload an episode. For now, though, enough of that. Let's get on with the match. We are going to see a highlight straight from kickoff, which doesn't happen every time now. It was for a little bit, but not anymore, so that could mean that something could happen. Gabriel here pinging that out wide to Holzek. Holzek managing to nod it down to Odegaard. Odegaard over to Abraham, who's managed to get in the box, run himself out to the left a bit. It is cleared by Leeds, but only as far as Gabriel pings it back over to Ruben Neves, to Saka. Odegaard into Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse takes an ambitious shot there, which is going to go over. Clearance there from the Leeds goalkeeper, but Coates has managed to deal with that one fairly quickly. And Lamperty is going to strive to get forward here. It's managed to find its way to Odegaard, to Abraham, and Abraham can't apply the finish there to that low driven cross from Odegaard. It is a good start from the Gunners, though, and we've got 75% possession so far, which I am very, very happy with, given that is definitely what we've been struggling with so far this season. Going to see a Ward-Prowse corner here into Coates, and Coates is going to get his head to it for his first goal of the season. Ward-Prowse with Coates' header seems a bit like a cheat code, but it's one that I'm willing to abuse for the betterment of the Arsenal team. It's a good corner in. Ward-Prowse there with his 20 attribute corner onto Coates' magnificent forehead. And so far, Leeds aren't getting a look in this match. I am more than happy for it to remain exactly that way. We'll praise the team, try and bring the morale up a little bit for everyone that's around the club. In terms of transfers, if you guys are interested as well, we've probably still got a couple of people that are due to leave the club. Granit Xhaka being probably one of them, because I don't even know if I've registered him for the Premier League. And at the moment with Ruben Neves, Ward-Prowse, Partey, Pacino, I don't think he's even likely to get a look in this season, if I'm honest. And he's on £100,000 a week, which actually makes him like the 4th or 5th highest earners. A lot of the players aren't on over £100,000 a week, so playing that sort of money to a player that's just he's not even going to sit on the bench. He's going to turn up at the training ground every week, collect his paycheck, and go home and play his Game Boy. Not what I'm about at this club. We are going to come up to half time here though. Leeds have had one shot. We're 1-0 up. I would like to be doing a little bit more with our shots here. I'm just going to change it for this match into a work ball into box instruction and see if that makes any difference to us actually scoring, because we're getting a lot of shots off here. We're not getting too many on target. Haven't actually changed anything with the instructions particularly during the off season either, but all of a sudden our left and right wingers seem not, I don't know if they're not getting much of the ball, but the ratings are definitely low. It's another Ward-Prowse corner. Is it going to go into Coates' head again? It is, but Coates can't quite get it on target that time. Very unfortunate. That was definitely an opportunity to go 2-0 up in this match. Lamptey here with a throw-in over to Odegaard. Odegaard manages to beat his man into Saka. Saka gets a very strange cross over to Tierney outside the box. Holzek's going to get his head to it. It hits the post and is cleared by the Leeds defender. It's another corner from Ward-Prowse. Once again, aiming for Coates' magnificent forehead. It's back in from Coates. Abraham getting his head to it for his second goal of the season. And that's what we brought Abraham in for, just to put the ball in the back of the net. It is kind of what you bring a striker into a club for. I do feel like Abraham's quite good at it, especially where he's never really considered an elite striker, but he's pretty good all around. He's good with his head. He's very good as a pressing forward. That does at this point put us 2-0 up, and we will have a look at maybe bringing on some fresh legs so we don't tire the team out. Bring on Yusuf Demir here in that case for Saka. Holzek's not having the best game of his career either, but I feel like he can see out the full game. Coates, I could take Coates off here, I guess. I could take Tierney off. We'll wait a little bit and we'll make a couple more substitutions in a few seconds, I feel, once we've got a bit more time gone on the clock. We are on to 70 minutes here now, though. It's definitely time for those other couple of substitutions, I think, as well. I'm very interested to bring on a couple of these players and see how they play this season. Although now I've said that, the couple of players I wanted to bring on aren't actually on the bench because I didn't bother putting them on. We'll bring Bren White on for Coates just to give Coates a rest. I don't want to be breaking him this season particularly. I feel like Abraham could end up coming off in a minute as well. Potentially Odegaard and Isco coming on. We'll get to that 75th minute spot. We'll see if anyone goes down into that dangerous red heart zone. Ward-Prowse is having a good start to this season. I've just realised both of those are assists from him. One from a corner and one as a result of a corner that turned into a cross. We'll take off Tierney here and bring on Tavares. I'm not sure if we'll see another highlight this match or not, but if we can just see out the match, I'll be happy with that. We are going to see a Leeds corner. Livakovic comes out, claims that ball. No problems there for Livakovic at all. He's going to distribute that really long to Abraham as well. Unfortunately, Abraham's first touch there completely letting him down, and it's gone straight back over to Leeds. I don't think they're going to be building very fast here, although they are cutting through us in the middle more than I would like when you've got Ruben Neves and Ward-Prowse man in your midfield. Livakovic pinging that back out to Gabriel there, though. Gabriel's going to now cut through the centre of the midfield as well. Pass it out to Holzek, who manages to get a ball into Abraham. Ambitious chip from Abraham, but it's come off. I was not expecting that. The moment I saw that chip happen, I thought that was going to go wide. But as it turns out, Gabriel there just coming through the midfield over to Holzek, who gets that ball forward to Abraham, sees the goalkeeper off his line, chipped him, and it's 3 goals in, I think, 3. This is 4th game. This is the 4th game. So 3 goals in 4 games for Abraham is a pretty good return, I feel, at the start of the season. He's definitely turning out to be a good purchase, and it is 3-0 to Arsenal in this game. I think that's probably going to be full time on the clock now. We're going to have a very emphatic win. Leeds didn't really ever look like they were going to threaten us too much in that match, honestly. It does give us 10 points from 4. We haven't lost a game yet. Hopefully we can maintain that up until the point where we get a couple of difficult games. I know we've got Liverpool and Man United at exactly the same time in our schedule. There they are. Man United and Liverpool. Thankfully, there's actually a week in between those games rather than being a Wednesday and a Sunday game like we've had. We have a weird run here because of, I think it's because of the World Cup, where you have November. So on November the 5th you have a match, and the next match isn't until Boxing Day, and then they start coming very, very thick and fast. For now though, I think we'll leave it there, and we will possibly come back maybe when we've had the Europa League draw. We'll come back if anything else interesting happens at all as well that I think warrants coming back for. Right now though, we're just going to drop a bit of praise on Abraham and tell him he is a fantastic ex-Chelsea player. Much appreciate you coming over and playing for the Gunners instead. As always though guys, if you have enjoyed that episode, please do drop a like on the video down below. It really helps out with the YouTube algorithm and helps get the video out to some other people. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe as well and press the notification bell. You get told every time we upload, and you can follow along with the rest of our rebuilding Arsenal save and watch Arsenal do some Arsenal things. Until next time though guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.